So it's a big problem that they don't have the Stormstormer, even though Mikey is a pretty decent mid laner. When it comes to putting together as a team, I think they had some issues there. A lot of magical damage, but I think Watson will be showing up on the map when he sees the enemies pushing.
I really don't like this. Takes Leshrac away.
Why not?
The arena comes out. It's a decent amount of damage to start with, but you know it falls off a lot quicker than the Terrorblade does in these fights. Guys, don't forget there is the banner below the stream. If you want to take part, you can get a free $15 bet for new customers if you want to get involved that way. But yeah, tell me I'm wrong about the mask. Just explain it to me in a way my tiny Archon brain is going to understand.
No, I don't think you're wrong. The Mars just isn't in a good place right now as a hero. And as I mentioned, Nigma Galaxy, I think they're finding their style. Right now, that's the place they are in with their team. So I don't know if this is the style you want to be gunning for. Either way, I think with Amar not having that big of a hero pool, you just pick his heroes first and then you try to draft around him rather than give him the last pick and then just pick a hero that you could have first picked anyways. And I don't think Entity would have really changed anything in their draft there that way. So I'm sharing the same concerns you are. Entity's draft definitely looks more solid. They have late game. Their laning stage Terrorblade can do really well against the Beastmaster. The X factor, of course, comes out from Sumail. If Sumail can be super strong in the mid lane, if they can play around him, kill the Batrider a few times, they can definitely crush Entities early game, and that would be the way to winning this game. But especially with Sumail's performance today, I don't know if it seems too likely. And as you mentioned, rumors are that he is still playing under some high ping, and that can definitely be an issue.
Yeah, and but on the other side, we've seen Leshrac in this. I mean, in this event specifically on the Betboom Xmas show that just ran over. It was the Leshrac versus the Razor, and Leshrac got the Bloodstone first, and obviously he doesn't need to get the shard to be effective, so he can just go straight for the Bloodstone, and that was it. You know, in fact, we've seen Quinn do it in the first series that Gaming Gladiators played, and the Leshrac just looks so strong. So maybe that is going to be the hero that NGX just needs to put out all of this damage. You know, like you say, it deals quite well with the illusions when the pulse starts to come out, when he's got the lightning bouncing around, the Diabolic Edict as well. So maybe that is the X factor here that NGX need.
Most definitely is. Finally, Watson will be using his meta there. They did try to pull the wave a little bit, but overall not going to be that big of a deal, and Watson will be completely fine here under the tower. Mind Control is just trying to perform some shenanigans here, considering that the Terrorblade is way too powerful right now, but for now to not much success.
Yeah, and you can see Fishman, he's just going to be coming in with a Fader Bolt there as well for some harass, only level 1, so doesn't have that telekinesis. In fact, I don't think he's even picked up any XP. He's going to pick up now as the creeps do go down. But top lane, Toby, so how is this lane going to go? Because these are two heroes that we've not really seen a whole lot out of, you know, between the two of them during the Xmas show. So how do these two heroes want to play, especially together? How do they deal with this lane, and what are they going to be doing coming into the mid to late game?
Well, you know, the Enigma and the Nyx Assassin, they kind of will revolve around each other, especially the Nyx around the Enigma. In a sense, you want to be there to help him get the towers down because that's what allows you to be super strong. So Enigma Galaxy, what they're gonna try doing there in the top lane is just clear out the Eidolons, keep the Enigma low as much as possible, and that's how you take down the Nyx. Basically, if the Enigma isn't strong, if the towers are falling, then the Nyx Assassin will not be strong either way. So kind of both teams are gonna be revolving around that one, not allow the Enigma to get strong because it enables so much on Entity.
Yeah, and we see MC now as well. He's just doing it whatever he can to disrupt or try and farm up on this pull. He is going to be able to get the creep pull through now as well. Just pull it towards the tier 1 tower. So Mind Control going to be fine with that. As I mean, Watson again, he's still all right. He's got himself a shared tango. Got the illusions to start to come out as well. So they are going to be able to do a decent. In fact, he's just going to be pulling through on the creeps as well. Maybe trying to pull this one right back into his favor. Trying to get aggressive with him, but he's just going to be going straight towards the power treads. Do you think it is because we've seen a couple of Terrorblades? You know, we've seen Manta into the Skadi. We've seen those kind of builds. Do you think it is going to be the early BKB here for Watson?
It depends. If he feels like his team definitely needs him in fights, yes. If not, if he feels like they're doing well, he's gonna be going for the more greedy route. Usually against the lineup like Nigma Galaxy, you would want to have a BKB, but if it's always your team running forward, it's not like anyone is gonna be doing anything towards you. So yeah, it's early BKB. You know, when you look at the heroes, you would want it, but Terrorblade is just a specific hero that you would try to get away with it, not having it for as long as possible.
Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see if he's given the space as well to be able to farm up. So, do you think it is just going to be like the if he is given the space, the standard, the Falcon's Blade? In fact, they might be able to get the kill. They are going to be able to get the first kill here, and Mind Control just goes down. Watson, always the gentleman, throwing out the tip for the first blood. I'm sure he meant that positively and not to try and rub it in his face there as Watson picks up the first kill here in the start of this series, and that's going to put him on a great path, and it is going to be the Falcon's Blade to come out. So what can you do? I mean, Beastmaster here, you just wait for the Metamorphosis to come to wear off before you get yourself back into that lane.
Yeah, I mean...
Or the Split Earth, Sumail, a lot of harass coming through onto Mikey now as well.
You are going to be walking towards the bottom lane, so the Metamorphosis will definitely run out, because he went for a TP out, and now he has to take the long walk back to the lane. Not going to be losing too many creeps. GH will make sure of that. But yeah, fighting against the Terrorblade with the meta, almost impossible for the side of Nigma Galaxy. You're two melee heroes, you know, and plus you rely heavily on physical damage. So even if you go for the axes, even if you max out the first two spells on the Tusk, it's not like you're going to have enough levels to really threaten the Terrorblade enough for him to die.
Yeah, and a great play there from Kataomi as well. You know, he held that Spike Carapace, just waited for the cookie to come in. Kuroki, though, he's still going to be able to get the harass out. Sumail with the lightning slowdown. It's going to be able to go the Impale off, though, Kataomi. Is he going to be able to get himself back to safety, though? He has only the Furry Fire for regen. He looks like he's going to be slowed down by the lightning bolt once again. Kuroki with the cookie, and Kataomi is going to crumble.
The whole idea there was to use the Fairy Fire so that Sumail doesn't get the kill. And that's actually quite nice, considering that Sumail is doing well in the mid lane right now, and the Batrider hasn't been able to threaten his life. The only time that he did, Sumail did get a TP away. It's very important not to get him any more kills, so he does get himself away in the end, does give a kill to the Snapfire, so not the biggest of deals.
Look at this, though. Watson, he's already level 6 in this lane. You know, the Beastmaster after that death, only level 4. So he's going to have a great... I mean, at this point, if he is pressured at all, he's already got the levels he needs to move into the jungle. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it looks like there's going to be a lot of damage coming out onto GH, but he is going to be able to move himself back here. Sumail there as well. For the protection, Kataomi, is he going to be able to get himself away this time? He's absolutely not. The spear comes out, Amar gets the kill, and the Enigma nowhere to be seen to help out his teammate.
Well, this is the thing, you're an offlaner, you know how strong an Enigma is, and you say, give me the Mars, I'm gonna crush her. That's exactly what he does. I mean, look at the money of Amar. He's having a blast here, and of course, if our viewers want to have a blast, click on the banner below, you get the $15 free on your first bet. Nigma Galaxy, so far, so good. All of their cores are farming well, and the Terrorblade will need to get active early on, which puts Nigma Galaxy in a position where they can slow him down. So this is, this is looking really good for Nigma Galaxy currently in terms of how the lanes ended or are ending.
Look at this as well. There's going to be a smoke coming through. Did he want to move out on the Leshrac? It looks like it is. It's going to be the Tusk as well as the Leshrac moving towards that bottom lane. So maybe it's looking to put a little bit of pressure onto Watson, but there's going to be the body block on the on the Rubik before it, and it's just going to be 3 heroes locking down onto Fishman. Ice shards do fly through. He is going to be paid with his life, but it's going to be that Canary and the Coalman's here for Watson just to play safe underneath the tier 1. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Toby is going to be able to get a kill onto Kuroki with the help of Kataomi. So Kataomi getting a little bit of revenge in this lane already.
That is big. You know, Enigma getting kills is much needed right now because you can't farm that effectively against the Mars. He's level 6. He's going to have the arena. If he wants it, he can kill you, especially with 1 or 2 rotations. So that makes it really tough. Getting some of those kills for the Enigma is definitely going to be beneficial. Toby knows how to play this hero, but currently it seems like he was a little bit phased because I don't know how many times, no matter how many times you played the Enigma, you played against the Mars.
Yeah, Kataomi, he's going to go down once again. Sumail, though, with the Pulse Nova doing the damage. It looks like they might try and chase even further. Fishman caught in the ice shards. Do they want to carry on going? Was that Split Earth to come out now as well? The line to slow him down. The Split Earth will connect. It looks like Rubik, Sumail gets himself a double kill. So maybe making up from that last series now. He's wide awake now. He's had his coffee and he's ready to go.
Yeah, you're seeing the Batrider is trying to keep himself safe, but it's coming at a cost, and either way, he's not farming that well. This is the key hero for Entity. This is the one that does damage. Your supports don't do that much, especially the Nyx. So it is gonna be quite tough, especially now because some of his creeps are even getting stolen there by Nigma Galaxy, who at this point feel like they can't die, and I think they feel that way for a reason.
Yeah, and great rotations as well. The contest, like you say, that they are feeling strong. They even took away Watson's courier, so it delayed that Falcon's Blade to get in towards him. It will still be about 20 seconds away here now as well, so Watson not getting the most out of this. He's just playing himself in the trees, you know, using the illusion to help get that farm. GH, look at the rotation. Smail's got himself a double damage room now as well. They're going to be coming across Fishman, and Fishman, Split Earth, once again, he's going to be absolutely cleaned up.
Alright, nicely done.
Bottom lane. It looks like mind control, though. And never mind, he's going to be able to get himself away. No, maybe not. Mikey's going to be chasing down here with a sticky napalm. The cookie comes out. Kuroki chasing out with Watson, but Kuroki here with the rotation out for Sumail now.
They're in
it might have
trouble.
baited two heroes to push down way too far forward, and the snowball does come in. And what's he going to be able to do? The Split Earth once again. Byron and Mikey going to be punished beyond what he needed to be here now as well. The right clicks Watson. Slowed down, picked off, taken away, and Sumail absolutely running this game so far. In fact, it might be another death of the Rubik now as well. Sumail, can he get himself another kill out of this? Just waiting to Split Earth, but the axes fly through, and MC takes this one.
They are getting smacked, and even the Enigma is dying on the top lane. Does get the black hole off, so hopefully we are going to be seeing how that one ends.
Yeah, and well, Amar, he's getting low here, Nigma, but Amar taking the tower shots. He's had to use that stick, the wand, to keep himself healthy, and Karawomi didn't have anything to follow up the Impale. But at least the Enigma survives.
This is a disastrous laning stage for Entity. Terrorblade, he used his meta to fight in the bottom lane, so he can't use it right now to go aggressive onto some lane when there's no arena. So right now, it's defense time for Entity, and the thing is, the Nigma Galaxy are setting up a pace, a really strong pace, with their two very active supports playing around Sumail, bringing heroes down. And on the bottom lane, Watson, he almost got the Sunder off, and again, he might actually just die.
Oh, Watson. Watson. That's... It's not great. Let's be honest, it's not great. The Terrorblade being caught out like that once again, and Sumail, he's just... I mean, we're looking 10 minutes in here. Sumail, usually you see the mid laners fighting it out till like the 15-16 minute mark and looking for the rotations for the support into the mid lane to try and get them advantage, but Sumail, he's just said, okay, I've got a good couple of spells, I've got the control coming out with the lightning bolt as well as the Split Earth. Let me roam. Let me put pressure on the other lanes. Forget about the mid lane, Mikey, you know, he went off to the jungle to farm, so it's creating space, and instead of pushing the tower down, he's just used it to create an advantage for both of the side lanes here.
Ah, man, a lot of it is on Mikey's shoulders right now. And he's having a bad game. Like, look at the difference between him and Sumail. It's not double just yet, but it's getting there. And look at him. He's like, I have to play with my Enigma. This is the hero I have to go through. If the towers don't start falling for Entity, all of their heroes are going to be completely useless. And you have to make sure that the tower goes down, or at least you're dying by pushing that top tower. If you're just defending the bottom lane, defending the mid lane, and being dove over and over again, it's going to be a disastrous game for them, as if it already isn't. Because these lanes, Nigma Galaxy, they absolutely crushed them.
Yeah, and you can see that Amar is just going to be going, he's got the double bracer up, he's going to be going straight towards that BKB there as well, which is going to offer him the needed survivability, I guess, up against the side of Entity, make sure he isn't locked down as he gets himself in for the arenas. And at what point, again, because this is Amar's position one that he's playing here, but at what point then does Amar want to try and get aggressive? You know, is he going to be looking as soon as that BKB is up to group up with the rest of his team to start getting arenas off and trying to put Entity even more on the back foot?
Yeah, as soon as you get your first item on the hero, you're gonna start making plays. Be it a BKB, be it a blink, it doesn't matter. You are gonna be you're gonna be playing aggressively with that one, especially because your team is already doing so well.
Yeah, and look at the aggression coming out. They're going to be able to take down this tier 1 tower in the mid lane here, NGX, and moving around the map. They've already taken the tier 1 tower down in the bottom lane as well. GH, how's he looking? He's not too far away from that blink. He's about 400 gold away from completing the blink as well. Karawomi inside his ultimate, but he's not going to be finding anyone. It's about 2/3 of the way through here now as well, so this will be wearing off, and it looks like he's not going to be able to get anything out of it. Fishman looking for the stacks, maybe to help Watson, maybe to help Mikey back into this game. But at the minute, NGX just say, anytime you're off the map, we're going to put pressure on your lane. You know, look at this. They're just taking control of the Radiant jungle now as well, making it so hard for Entity to move around. And Watson, he's being forced up to the top lane to try and help him find farm.
Entity's heroes can't play Dota in this kind of situation. This is the night and day difference that we see in Nigma Galaxy if Sumail is having a bad time and if Sumail is having a good time. Now when he has a good time, Nigma Galaxy are just shining because they're playing around him and he's making the plays for the team. But when he was doing badly in the previous series, Nigma Galaxy, they looked like the worst team in the world, which obviously they aren't here proving it against the Entity, where they're crushing everything that Entity wants to do, and they did so with a great laning stage. So Entity now, they need to find a way to change this up, and of course, what better way to do it than with a smoke?
Yeah, we'll see who they're going to be able to come across now as well. Mikey, though, he doesn't have that gap closed with the Blink Dagger or Force Staff going straight towards the BKB, so they might be relying on the telekinesis come out from Fishman. And at the minute, they're just stalling in the river. This isn't, you know, the smoke, it's most of the way through now as well, and they just don't have a Scoobies, it looks like, and where they need to go. Mikey's going to be trying to come over the Firefly. Do they have enough energy? They're actually going to get the lockdown onto Amar. Drag back, and Mortimer Kisses to drag through now as well. Even the Black Hole going to be committed onto this, and they are going to be able to take down the Mars. So, did he have a ward? It looks like they might have had vision, but yeah, just, I guess the stall tactic, it worked there. They do find the kill. Yeah. And it is going to be putting the Mars in the grave, but now there's going to be the Walrus Punch coming through. Rubik, is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? Fishman going to be taking a lot of damage from Sumail, and Sumail is going to be the main carry at the minute. Do they have enough to take him down?
It's, the way that they killed Amar was very cool, because they knew they couldn't kill him on the left there. He's just gonna spear the Batrider away. But when he started walking close to the cliff that they had warded, and with the Tumbler's Toy, they had enough to close the gap. The thing is that you're so far behind that you have to use multiple spells to kill a single hero, and that is the least farmed core on the enemy side. So even with that, Entity are not gonna be too happy. And right now, with this kind of a lineup, you are relying on a pick-off here and there like that, very hard to take, and you just farm the Terrorblade, and it's not a good place to be in, especially, you know, when the enemy team is being so aggressive towards you.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, the banner below the stream. If you want to get yourselves a free $15 bet, as Fishman, is he going to survive through this one? What's he still installing the Ice Shards now as well? They might be able to turn it around. Ice Shards fly through. Can he get himself out? The Snowball, though, to the neutral creeps. And now this just sets up Sumail to get himself another kill on a monster kill streak here, 8-0-3, and this is the Sumail that was missing from this morning. Just an absolute monster at the minute here, taking control of every single lane.
The thing is that, you know, Batrider versus the Lesh, sometimes it can go towards the Batrider if the Lesh makes a slight misstep, but ever since Sumail TP'd away from that one Firefly, at that point Mikey was missing some mana, and Sumail started playing really well. The support rotations came in. Of course, Nigma Galaxy, when you look at their supports, at least when it comes to the early game, they are the stronger ones. The Nyx hates playing against the Tusk, and it was very easy for them to overtake this game with Sumail 8-0 right now, and has the Aegis 8k gold lead. This means that the tier 2 towers are going to be very easy to take for Nigma Galaxy, and that's something that they're going to be gunning for right now.
Yeah, like I said, they have the Aegis up now as well. They've got the arena up for the Mars. I think the Mars might have the BKB. And, oh, Karawomi, does he want to actually go onto it? He doesn't want to go into Mind Control. Mind Control is just going to be moving away. He's maybe waiting for backup, though. Who's going to be... Because, I mean, Watson is close. He's in the trees now, so Watson just moving himself out, hiding himself. He's actually going to be going towards the Dragonlance, so not straight into that Manta style. Once that Dragonlance first offers a little bit more, you know, the stats, the survivability, the extra damage that comes out from that is going to be a great item there. If Watson can get to it sometime soon, I mean, 17 minutes in, and you look at the net worth, he's 7.6k. They might still be able to make that dive. Sumail is just going to be able to, yeah, immediately the blink into the Walrus Punch, Split Earth. Mortimer Kisses comes out, and he just kisses his ass goodbye there as he's being taken down.
What Kataomi was doing there was trying to break the smoke, and you could see that he was always moving with the Terrorblade like next to him and protecting the side.
Yeah.
The thing is, GH has a Blink Dagger and he can easily get on top of him. So Kataomi there not getting the stun onto the ledge, but even if he did, I still think the Terrorblade gets run down. The thing is that the difference in gold is way too big right now, that even if you make a good play, and that was a good play from Kataomi, good positioning as well to break the potential smoke, you're still not going to be able to save your heroes. The damage has already been done. This game, it is very tough.
Mikey gets a kill.
Let's go.
He takes down GH. You know, it's grouping up with the rest of his team. Some great teamwork there. But yeah, while this is going on, the tier 2 tower on the top lane is going to fall. Sumail He's looking really in control here. Top of the net worth, 10k net worth. The closest on Entity is a 7.7 there on the Terrorblade. So what do... Oh, they're going to be able to get the reveal now as well. The Spike Harvest does come out in time, but the Cookie's going to be there now as well. They get the shutdown and some mail. He just claims that kill. He get the godlike spree as well. Really, what chance to Entity have here at the minute? Because Samael is just looking like an absolute powerhouse.
Very low chances here, really. The Batrider will get the BKB. The thing is that the physical damage on the other side is actually quite solid, especially with the Beastmaster in their Beast. So yeah, it's just not looking good.
Again, Mikey gets taken down once again. He's what, 1-2-1 here on the Batrider. Amar, yeah, he's got that BKB going towards the Lincolns to come out for him there as well. And Samael, Beastmaster, he's got that Helm of the Overlord. Samael just wants to carry on pushing in. And again, it looks like pre-20 minutes, once the creeps push in, this is going to be another tier 2 tower here to go down.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, what you do as Entity is that you're trying to keep yourself alive and hoping that the Nigma Galaxy makes a critical error. Critical errors at this level of Dota, without them being pushed out, very rarely happen. So it's looking pretty much over from my standpoint here, but Entity, you know, they're still gonna try to fight with the BKB on the Batrider. There's still some timings that you can try to utilize.
Yeah, and Samael, he's just leading the line. The Bloodstone's there. He's going to be going for the Sanjin Kaya here as well. He's got himself the Boots of Travel, so he can respond to anything going on around the map with the rest of his team. And yeah, guys, again, don't forget the banner below the stream. If you want to get yourself a free $15 bet for new customers, maybe you think that Entity are going to come back into this. Not likely here with the way the NGX are playing. So, Samael. And again, fortification's been used. So this is going to be a tier 3. It's going to be a 20-minute tier 3 tower here. And they might even go for Rax. And Mar, he does still have that BKB. He has the arena. And he can just make a massive gap here so that Samael can just continue to take down these buildings.
And I really love how Nigma Galaxy are showing us the potential of some of these drafts, how sometimes they can lose easily in 20 minutes, but just as well win in those 20 minutes, right? It's because it's the same approach that they had in the series against Hellraisers, but they just lost slightly in the laning phase, and they were unable to do anything. Now they win in the laning phase. I wouldn't even say slightly; they won quite heavily in the lanes, and then they transition it into such a big lead that Entity are looking completely helpless, right? The Raxes still haven't fallen, but the ability of Entity to fight just isn't there.
Yeah, and you can see again, that is going to be the complete of the Sanjin Kaya. And what can Entity do? Because Terrorblade, he's still stacking up that net worth. You know, Watson's still finding the items here. Toby, he's going towards the Spirit Vessel.
He thinks even if he gets the black hole onto the Lesh and the Lesh uses his Bloodstone, that you cannot kill him. And that might as well be the case. It's very hard to take him down, even like with 10 seconds of lockdown. And you can't do it with the Black Hole, Nyx Assassin stuns, Lasso and everything. If he uses the Bloodstone, he just survives. So you need to make sure that this Lesh can die. Samael, he might actually be greedy, you know, not wanting to go for a BKB, understanding that this game maybe he doesn't need it, but the Spirit Vessel can change things. The problem is Toby is so poor and they don't have any map control, that you're gonna be needing a lot of time before you can make it happen. And now Toby's on enemy vision, so they're gonna know what he's thinking about.
Yeah, and that's going to be the Lincoln Sphere coming out for Amar as well here. So if you can put it on it, well, if he puts it on himself or, you know, gets it on some else, stops that lasso from coming in, that's going to be a lot of the big lockdown from the side of Entity just being negated there. And you can see there's even going to be jump forward now as well. The snowball comes through. What's he going to be able to do here with the Walrus Punch? Do you have the lockdown with the Split Earth into the damage? Is just way too much. Toby trying to keep himself alive, but is it going to be enough? It's not. Samael picks himself up his 10th kill of the game. Even the Raw going to be using. It looks like Fishman might go down next now as well. The BKB comes out. Lasso is going to be there onto Samael, but Samael is just still stacking up the health. He's stacking up. Yeah, the snowball comes in, and look at it. He's back to pretty much full health after all the damage coming through. The lightning bolt's diving through now as well, and this should be a lane of Rax going the way of NGX.
They still need some time for their creeps to connect here. You know, it's gonna take a little bit of it. And that's gonna
Maybe getting ahead of myself, yeah.
but still, they're not gonna have a meta. That should be expiring fairly soon. Okay, still have halfway through it, but 10 seconds until you have 2 of your heroes. So you're gonna have a couple of seconds of meta left. Not gonna be enough. And you already see that Mikey and Watson, they're out. Like, we don't care about this base. We're gonna go back to farming. And this is the way to play. You're just trying to get super farmed in this Terrorblade. If you can do it in time, which is very unlikely, you might have a shot in this game. But currently, that's just not gonna happen.
Would you have preferred either one of the Bat Rider or the Enigma to go straight for a Blink Dagger? Because they have, I mean, the Enigma has decent utility coming out. I think it was the pipes there, as well as going towards the Spirit Vessel. The Bat Rider, you know, he's got that BKB up. He does have the Blink Dagger now. But is it a little bit too late, do you think, to have a real impact in this match?
Yeah, it is. But the thing is, you knew that you were losing the lanes and you wanted to protect your Terrorblade, so you went for utility items. The thing is, you started losing the game way too much that those utility items don't matter, and you have to focus on the big plays. But at that point, already you have committed to one style of play that you kind of wanted to go for from the start of the game. So it does make sense that you can't really switch it off that fast.
Yeah, and again, look at this, the damage coming out. Amar just going right point blank to the tier 2 tower. Sumail just sitting behind Amar, so he's got that, you know, he's playing the bodyguard role, that bouncer role, that Sumail is too... I can't even say it's too fragile to be taken down, but you know, you don't want to be losing Sumail, so you do everything you can to protect him. But it's just... I mean, okay, they're going to be able to get the kill onto... at least the Tusk. Can he follow up onto anything? It looks like they're not going to be able to. Just have to back themselves away. But yeah, Amar just sitting in front and you say, okay, you come at Sumail, I pop the arena, and you're going to be locked down and killed off because he's putting out so much damage. And without the rest of the team to help you, you know, you've got no chance.
GH was there and staying there thinking maybe the Enigma buys a blink and they smoked from the bottom lane towards us on top on the last outer tower, the last place where Entity have a spot to fight outside of the base. The problem, of course, he dies. The enemy team isn't even going for that Blink Dagger, but it doesn't matter because you've taken the last outer tower. You're gonna take the Rosh. You're already controlling the bottom lane with the super creeps, and now you just walk into the triangle. And with that Aegis, you can poke high ground anytime you like. And Entity have to wait in their base, making it almost impossible for them to find a good engagement.
Yeah, and Sumail gets himself Mars gets the shot here, so that's going to be extra lockdown with the arena and the spear. And Sumail, 17k net worth ahead. Your Mikey, you can see, he's only on 10k, and it's just gone everything's gone right for him now. And even get Toby's courier. Oh, that's a feels bad. That's just a feels bad. That, you know, that was a spirit vessel coming out to him. That could have been a decent boost in the fights, trying to deal with the Shrek there with that spirit vessel, but it's gone. It's gone for the next, what, 2 minutes or so.
The thing is, I don't think it makes a mistake, but it definitely feels bad. Like, guys, we are waiting for my spirit vessel. This is gonna be the thing that allows us to kill Sumail. Bam, it's dead, and they're pushing your high ground. You're gonna lose another lane of racks, making it even more impossible to come back into this game. But you know, we're already kind of at pretty much certain territory that Nigma Galaxy are going to be taking this point.
Yeah. Oh, the drag back here coming through the lasso, but the Walrus Punch just stops him in his tracks, and now that's going to be Mikey with the BKB, and he doesn't have the damage. The arena comes out. He's going to be able to pin Watson to the side of it now as well, and can they get anything from this as well? Sumail, he's going to be taking a lot of damage. Telekinesis comes back. He's going to be dragged back, but again, he has that Aegis. He might not. He will go down there, but the chase is onto Watson. There's going to be a Walrus Punch now as well with the BKB. Do they have enough damage to take him down? They do. The Black Hole is not going to be catching anyone, and they can carry on going even further onto this. There's no buyback for the Terrorblade, and this is just going to be NGX's base now. Toby being chased down by everybody, and the damage stacking up. They're going to go back for the buildings, it looks like. But yeah, NGX just taking complete control even after the Aegis was popped. So they just dive further in. The Black Hole doesn't land on anyone, and they're able to get the kill onto Watson.
If I got a penny every single time I saw Watson try to use the Sunder in this game, lift his arm up, I would have had 2 pennies. But it doesn't matter because those were very important times here that he doesn't get his ulti off.
The double split earth there as well. And then the roar comes out. This is just going to be a complete cleanup here from NGX, and I don't think Entity have too much longer to last in this game.
Yeah, it's not sure why they're not GGing out. Maybe just don't want to get defeated before the I'd say 30-minute mark, but that's seeming pretty impossible at this point. Yeah, they call GG. Fishman has had enough. This game is over, really. They had such bad lanes, and the Terrorblade is only one that had a good time, and then he dies twice out of the laning stage. That pretty much makes it certain that your game is a